Motherhood is a joke. That's not the full name, that's the censored version. The real name? Motherhood is a fucking joke. Because mothers are fucked. Literally. What's the most common path to the condition? That's right, fucking. And I know that in Ithaca there are other paths. I didn't say the only path, okay? So if mothers are fucked, what are fathers? Motherfuckers. If they're lucky. Because sometimes sex disappears completely after baby. So if that's you, you're good. You're not a motherfucker. But my second child here, living proof that my husband is indeed a sexy motherfucker. But that all was pre-COVID. Now that the kids are always home, and why are you up all hours of the night? We're never alone. Gosh, I miss sex with you. Almost as much as I miss that moment when these people that I love more than anything in the whole wide world close the door behind them on their way to work and school. And I'm alone in my quiet kitchen. And all I have to do to focus on my work from home is ignore the dishes and the laundry. And if there happens to be a writer's block, I have the freedom and privacy to jumpstart my creative juices with my favorite way, pleasure. Sorry. So now that there's 4 people Zooming or looking for food all the time, please do not let the fact that I'm working from home confuse you. I am totally an essential worker. All mothers are. Mothers are the mothers of all essential workers. Long hours, crazy bosses, and we don't get hazard or overtime pay. We don't get paid. Where the fuck is our paycheck? And during COVID, paychecks are disappearing for mothers, and homelessness and joblessness are hitting mothers first. No punchline. How are mothers like candy wrappers? This is not a Halloween joke. Once the baby leaves the womb, our value just plummets. And capitalist patriarchy treats mothers like dirt, which shouldn't really surprise us considering how it treats the planet. Yo, guys, we don't have an oopsies planet to fall back on. Imagine if moms went on strike. How long would humanity survive without our wombs and our labor? And by labor, yes, I mean giving birth, but mothers are also the ones who shop, chop, stir, fry, serve, clear, load, unload, rinse, repeat, have moments where they can't remember anything, find the other shoe, the other mitten, give the pep talk, kiss the boo-boo, and hold in their mind the social calendar of the family every day and night and weekend and holiday. Don't get me started on the holidays. All for free, in the name of love. Fascinating creatures. And like nurses and teachers in the pandemic, our giving is never enough. I'm a Jewish mama, but I don't like children. Don't get me wrong, mine are the best kids ever, except when they're the worst kids ever, which is true of absolutely all children, including yours. But I'm not gaga for babies, and if you wanted to torture me, you would make me a classroom teacher, or worse, force me to homeschool. Thank you, COVID. So as a Jewish mama who doesn't like children, my saving grace was how much I loved feeding people. Past tense. Feeding people sucks. What do you mean you're hungry? I distinctly remember, I'm 100% sure, that I already fed you yesterday. The only person I enjoyed feeding since the pandemic began is Anna Kellis, a progressive politician who ran for the New York State Assembly. I wanted to donate to her campaign more money than I could, so I found something else to give: home-cooked meals. Turns out that produce plus labor plus love is actually really meaningful currency. Yo, people, let's all cook for women running for office. Forget rock the vote, cook the vote. Cook the vote to uncock the vote. That way, we'll have a lot fewer dicks in government. How about we restricted white men from government for about a century? So the good news is Anna won. And she's a scientist and expert in epidemiology. How lucky are we? And nutrition. So, you know, it's not that surprising, but I bet that my chocolate black beans smothered all over coconut rice were the secret sauce. Naturally, when I cooked for Anna, I cooked large enough portions so they could eat. But now that the election's over, did you know that popcorn is a whole grain? Movie night, movie night. Being stuck at home with the people I love creates the inevitable consequence of hating them a little. Not just when they want food, but also when they hog the remote control or listen to music without earphones. I swear to God, if I have to listen to Ed Sheeran one more time, I'm not responsible. And then there's the Scrooge of distance learning. Come on, fuck distance learning. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for up close and personal learning, proximity learning. Forget algebra. How about we all learn how to chew quietly? How to load the dishwasher properly? How to put the toilet paper in the dispenser correctly, and there is only one right way. And the most important skill is learning to recognize, distinguish that particular facial expression that the people we love assume when they really, really need us to stop talking. And by us, I mean me. And please, my darling children, last but not least skill that I need you to relearn is to bring back the bedtime, because I really miss orgasms. So as you can tell, my nerves are shot, and therefore my smart kids let me win when we play board games. So many board games. Are we bored yet? Because mama needs a win, a really big win, like the presidency. Can you imagine what our life would look like if in 2016 we would have elected the mama on the ballot? But no, we had to choose the one buffoon who would eliminate the national pandemic response team. Can you imagine her rocking these beautiful designer masks for every pantsuit? We really need a mother in the Oval Office. Papas, sadly, don't cut it. Every single president in the last 100 years was a father. They don't call it the patriarchy for nothing. We need to mother up. We deserve, and it's not too much to ask, for a leader that will put families and communities ahead of billionaires and corporations. Yeah. Let's make a requirement that you had to raise a person successfully before you could run for office. Joking aside, we're not about to force parenting on anyone. Bad idea. But so is having lawyers and businessmen being the ones running countries. I say there's a prerequisite for running for office, and it's proving an attitude of motherhood. So what does that look like? True public service. You become a public school teacher. You work as a nurse or a drug counselor. You raise food, either in a family farm or a community garden. And of course, the right answer is all of the above. Give us several years of your life to show your true commitment, or get the fuck out of our face. So this past week, I had the privilege of voting for Kamala Harris. Yes, I voted for Biden too. You know, when the previous president is challenged by a woman, he mocks her mercilessly. When the president-elect was challenged by a woman, he made her his vice president. And Kamala is a stepmother who is adored by her children. I was raised by a stepmother. I have the utmost respect. So we can all just imagine her tone of voice and her face when she looks at disgruntled scumbag supporters and wags her hands. You get what you get, and with me, come with me. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. We need you, Kamala, Mamala. It's time for real. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody, do your share.